So hi everyone, my name's Claire. Welcome to the channel and hello my OG hashtag oldies. And yeah, so this channel I'm like I'm still in the Pisces energy. Well, I'm not really. I've definitely got my Aries energy. My Aries energy actually started to kick in yesterday, weirdly, on the new moon in Pisces, when the sun and the moon were in Pisces. But you see, that's what I mean by I often go through the energies before they arrive. So I really felt like I went through just stillness and um, hashtag all the feels, like, really most of last week in preparation to sort of talk about it and everything. So if you are either in the fields now or you've just come out of it, I hope you just took the time to spend some quiet time in contemplation, prayer, meditation. Um, yeah, I hope none of you overindulged in that very dangerous double Pisces energy, but there will have been people that have done it. We've all done it at some point. Well, maybe not all of us. Maybe some people have never drank, but you know what I mean? At some point, we've all probably, when we were more ignorant to astrology and not thinking it was a real thing, which it very much is very real, we've probably all done it. I definitely know that I will have. Anyway, so one of the very I don't know, I was about to say spooky, but that's not a word I usually use. So maybe somebody uses the word spooky. So before I get into all of that, actually I am still quite, do you know what? It's quite funny. It's because I haven't been talking for a few days. Like I haven't been channeling and I haven't spoke to anyone. So, and although I am very hermit like all the time, I still speak to my family and my best pals and stuff. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like in clients but I've not done any of that, and it's been exactly what I've needed. And so it just feels a bit weird to be using my voice. But so I think there's definitely going to be something about somebody speaking up where they haven't, with me saying it like that. Um, and you see, with Mercury going from dreamy Pisces, which is about silence, to now Aries, which is about confidence and passion and truth and action, which is it's very masculine energy, Aries as well. Um, Yeah, it's very in line with this card actually. Stay confident in your truth. So I really do feel there is, and when I say I really do feel that is a stronger indication of this message really being quite a strong one. That's not usually how I describe it, but that's how it came out today. So yeah, but why I was, so basically everything I do is channeling, it's clearing, it's part of the message, it's going to mean something to someone. Everything I do is healing. Um, I'm not just saying that, like, some people might just think I'm just like, yeah, everything I do is healing. What I mean by that is I am a healer of many different modalities, which you could read below. My healing, I've got a healing frequency. There you go. Um, but yeah, one of the things that was quite mystical, poignant, and they're guiding me. The cards up there called Talking to Heaven. It's wait a minute, am I getting a bit? Wait a minute, I'll just take a pause. My eyes are watering there. But I mean that's okay. So that's me just nurturing my own inner child. Yeah, so what kind of did creep me out a bit, and I don't know why, because I even spoke about this last week. Well, I spoke about it when I actually said I felt this coming. But long story short, probably about 10 days ago, maybe even 2 weeks ago, my timing's all a bit off. I just had this sudden knowing that an older, like, family member of mine wasn't going to be here much longer. And to be honest with you, because of just the way life goes sometimes, I was kind of like, I wonder if, like, my mum hasn't got around to telling me something or something. Anyway, long story short, that prompted me to, well, put it this way, I'm a medium, right? So my grandma was telling me someone was going to be joining her in the spirit world soon, right? And so I asked my mum, and my mum was like, "Oh yeah, well, you know, that wouldn't really surprise. I can't remember my mum, but basically, you know what I mean. This woman that has now passed the spirit, she was older, but anyway, the long story short, it's kind of like, it's what's kind of creeped me out a bit is that, like I said, like, you know, it's yeah, I was clearly told what was about to happen. I mean, I know you're probably thinking crystal clear visions, but you know, when it comes to people dying, you know, that's a bit full on, isn't it? Like, although it is a person that was older, it's really one of the things that's not very nice about being like this. But anyway, literally, I think 3 days after I'd mentioned to my mum that I just had a feeling, she then said to me when we were going to walk, you know, yeah, she actually, you know, something has happened and she is in the hospital and it probably won't be long. And I was like, oh my God. So even that was, you know, weird in itself. So I've just been praying for, it's my grandma's sister, actually. I'm just kind of like, do you mean, because I don't know what to, because I would just call her by her name, but I'm not exactly going to. Not exactly going to do that, and I also don't want to start fucking crying like really badly or that on here, because I just find I've always found that awkward when it's not your immediate family, you know, and it's somebody else's granny. But my family is very close, and even if we don't all see each other for years, like cousins and all of that kind of stuff, it's I suppose what I'm saying is I hadn't seen this woman in quite a while with all the madness that's went on in the world. But I did used to randomly just bump into her before that every now and again. It was so weird. Like, I just always used to serendipitously bump into her. And I always knew it was like my grandma making it happen. And we would just sit and have a wee chat, and she just had such a young spirit. She was a Sagittarius, I'm sure I'm remembering right. And yeah, she's had a really fun, outgoing energy. I don't know why I'm shuffling the name. Anyway, I'll put it in. And yeah, and then but the other thing that, so anyway, I'm more feel, to be honest with you, I'm more feeling the combined grief of my older relatives. Do you know what I'm saying? Because but you know, it is. I think it's just, it's a lot of things. I'm just feeling a bit overwhelmed. I didn't realise how overwhelmed I was with that, actually. I'm overwhelmed with the fact that I also knew she was going to die on Saturday because I didn't schedule a video for Saturday. Because something just told me not to. Because I just, out of respect, now, you know, I do think the shorts got released because I'd scheduled them before, but I didn't schedule Saturday's video until after midnight at some point. But I'd done that before, you see, before hearing, and that's what I mean. It's just a bit much sometimes, you know what I mean? Anyway, I meant bittersweet because this beautiful ancestor of mine is now at peace. Right, I've got it out. I definitely think I'm releasing some grief for family members. Right. So yeah, I just wanted to sort of share that. Do you know what I mean? That it's like, I'm going to do mediumship Monday later on today as well. But I mean, I'm definitely asking that loved one in spirit of mine that's literally just passed like a couple of days ago to not come in yet because I don't think I'd be able to get through a video. And it's just, yeah, I suppose I'm just thinking about it. I'm not even sure how. I've not been to a funeral in years, but this feels like a funeral that I couldn't miss. And remember, I didn't go to the funeral of the other older woman that I know that died a few weeks ago. Well, that was over a month ago now or something, wasn't it? But that, you know, that was, I really got on with that woman. She was great as well. But that, you know, this is my actual family. Like I say, this is my grandma's sister. My grandma's been gone a long time, since I was 15. And it just, I think that's what I mean, is it's like, I think it's always just that reminder that of how soon all my grandparents went. And it's, is this whole video just going to be me fucking crying? Yeah, obviously it's like my second cousin's granny and everything as well, so it's a big deal, you know what I mean? It's a big deal. It just brings up all the grief of like your own grandparents and that. Wait a minute, I'm pausing this for a second. Right, I think I've grounded myself a bit more. I'm going to keep it, you know, because it's life, and it's like, it's just good for people to know that even when you are a medium and a shaman and all this, and even though I'd had warning and knew it was coming, still a bit of a, when the reality sinks in, you know what I mean? Like that, rather than seeing somebody every now and again when you bump into them in the street, or, although I don't think that she'd been able to do that for the last wee while, which is sad in itself, because like I said, before the pandemic, I just always used to catch her when I was walking on the beach. I was just, and I do, like, I can't really describe it, only me and her would know. It was just really magical. And a few times when she would, like, her knees were, I think it was her knees would bake and arthritis, like, I'd speak a wee bit about Reiki and healing and stuff, but she, it's not that she wasn't, like, I think she was intrigued by it, but I also think she was a bit scared by it. But so that's what's going to be quite interesting to see how she comes through to me from the spirit world, you know, like probably saying, like, oh, I wish I had taken you up on that now, you know what I mean? I can see it's real, sort of thing. I don't know, but yeah, anyway. I just picked up these randomly when I was trying to ground myself, so what? Thank you, angels, for bringing balance into my life. And isn't that funny that I just said I was grounding myself? And look, she's wearing a mask, so there might be something to do with someone taking a mask off. Count your blessings. Thank you, universe and angels, for the blessings in my life. I suppose that's why what I was saying there as well was, you know, I suppose it should, you know, not should, but it might make people really more grateful for if you have had your grandparents, you know, right until later on in life, unconditional love, the Divine Mother. Oh yeah, and happy Mother's Day for yesterday. Again, like I said, because that we just got the news on Saturday. I just really wasn't, I just wanted to sort of pay my respects yesterday and be quite quiet. Thank you, Divine Mother, for helping me to give and receive the love I deserve. So if you didn't already know that, I've healed with a very strong Mother Mary energy all the time, unless I'm like coming at you with Goddess Isis strong boundaries. But not today. Thank you, angels, for opening up the doors to change. I'm ready. And transformation. Archangel Zadkiel. Thank you, Zadkiel, for supporting me to transform my past challenges. Open your heart, Archangel Shamiel. He's got a funky hairdo, doesn't he? Thank you, Shamiel, for removing the barriers around my heart. It looks like something from the 80s. Right. So, the card I pulled on the shorts are you're healed. The healing you've prayed for is on its way. So, that'll mean different things to different people. And I think just with the nature of what I just said to you and how much emotion just came out of me there. But sorry, not sorry, right? Like, I really do feel like that's just happened because it's like although we're in the Aries moon, we're still in the new moon in Pisces energy, and that is where you can have huge spiritual experiences, spiritual awakening. It's very connected to the spirit world, which I am all the time, but do you know what I mean? It's just it's very emotional. It's a very emotional new moon, and there's, like I said, there's something really quite special about that family member chose to transition on a dark moon in Pisces. You know, Pisces are endings. And look, even what that card just said about new beginning, it's like, you know, it's the end of our physical life, but the beginning of being somewhere else with the rest of our family. And that's, you know, that's what my grandma said to me, you know, she'll be with me soon. Which obviously I didn't say that part before it happened, because that's just not, I mean, even now, like even saying this, but that's where I'm just like, do you know what? It's once the person has actually died, they've died, and I spent a long time trying to be respectful, tippy-toeing around people's feelings when it came to stuff like that, especially when I was doing Facebook Lives and that, because I was always aware of people creeping on me. And to be honest with you, they could, extended family could still be creeping on me here. I'd be quite shocked if they were. 1804, my birthday, union number, but you just never know. But again, I'm not saying anything disrespectful. I'm actually honouring a really amazing woman that I look forward to seeing whenever I went to family events that I was dreading and stuff. Like, I'd actually actively look for her. Wow. I'm going to read this card and get off, because you are a cosmic being, cosmic multidimensional healer. See beyond delusion, stay confident in your truth. As my cosmic self, I communicate in multidimensional codes of healing to my guide, earthly journey. Earthly journey. Oh, I don't know if they spell that wrong. Is earthly a word? I think that's a misspelling, because it says earthly instead of earthly. As your cosmic self, I greet you in unconditional love. Oh, wow. Like the card. I invite you to be cosmic, multidimensional, to let your cosmic energy radiate, which again is such a Pisces new moon thing to say. You've come to Earth to emanate this energy of love and compassion, to be love and compassion. Has something been holding you back? As your cosmic self, I've come to show you how infinite you are. I've come to show you that you're not your identity, your ego, or your emotions, as all these experiences are part of your evolution within an expansive system of light, but you're none of these facets. Have you felt limited and small at times? In those times, you were not experiencing all of your greater self. Lemurian Star Child, there is no need to identify with a fragment of your totality. It's kind of like, right, this is pretty deep. It's kind of like me crying right now. A lot of people be like, oh, I'm not going to do this, I'm not in a good place, but it's kind of like, that's not really what it is with me. It's because I'm actually taking, like, I was actually preparing for when I heard because of the warning I'd got, and then when it happened, I like lit a candle and paid my respect. But also just to make sure that she doesn't get stuck as well, because like I'd said, actually think about him. I suppose it's just there's been a lot of death. You know what I mean? Whether it's like other people that I'm fond of losing their people, or yeah, it's basically that. And then now this person is closer to home. It's just a bit much. But I suppose with that bit I just read, it's like I know that I'm more than just what I'm being right now. Like I'm feeling the emotions that are coming up, and like I said, I really do feel I'm tapping in to my family on the other side, but also my family still alive that are feeling the grief. Because, like I said, she wasn't my granny, but she was my cousin's granny. So my second cousin's granny. So it's kind of like, but some of my second cousins, I just, what I mean, it's just confusing to call them your second cousins, my cousin. You know what I mean? And it is my actual cousins. But it does, like I said, it just brings up when my own grandma died, and it's just all a bit much, guys. It's all a bit much. You might wonder if your everyday life is affected by your cosmic self. Dear one, your whole life is intimately connected with the cosmos, and even the smallest action on Earth sends ripples throughout the universe. Your cosmic self doesn't judge or worry because it sees the divine plan. On Earth, you constantly receive light and reassurance from your cosmic self. I suppose that's what I'm saying is, I'm allowing myself to feel the feelings of this because she was an amazing woman, that it is sad that I'm not going to bump into her anywhere. I'm not going to see her at weddings and funerals and birthdays, which when you get older, sadly, it does tend to be when you see people more often. Yeah, sad. You might want to merge your cosmic self at times to be infused with its divine grace. Know that your earthly journey is important and that you must continue. By the way, there's something about it being okay to make mistakes, because look, it does say earthly journey, and then here it's saying earthly journey, so that's a that's misfortunate. That I wouldn't usually use that word either, that the that there was a spelling mistake. What a shame when there's like all these books that went out. But it's mistakes, people make mistakes, mistakes make people. That's what is coming through there too. You may be led to do research on planets and star systems or inhabitants. And look at how I spoke about astrology at the start. I know I speak about astrology all the time, but that's quite funny. Oh, and like I said, so yeah, it's moon and Mercury, so planet communication and the moon. So your feelings and how you communicate are going to be in fiery, passionate, action orientated energy of Aries. Like they'll actually meet up at some point today, tonight. Might even be tomorrow, but I think that'll happen today. And then Venus, the planet of love, goes into Pisces at some point today. Fucking hell, it might have already, by the way. I can't hold myself together here. But oh dear. Know that your earthly journey is important and you must continue this journey here, but you're a multidimensional being and you do not need to limit yourself to one experience to other. Your cosmic self, the collective voice of light, which you emanate in all dimensions, is here to totally support your earthly self. You may be led to do I've just read that bit. Together with the beings of light from stars, humanity is creating new earth. The sacred cosmic codes can come through words, sounds, and light. There are many ways in which this energy is disseminated. The form is less than important. It's divine message, the energy of unconditional love. And like I said, I just love that there's cards about unconditional love. When that is, you know, a mother energy, a grandmother energy that my family's lost. Oh, right. Let's pull some of these cards and then I'll get going and then I'll do some mediumship Monday in a bit once I've a wee rest. Right, just for a day, more of a rest. Oh, look, there's that again. So this was what came out on the last one, High Priest, Personal Empowerment. So I do feel this is about the Divine Masculine stepping in to their higher self, higher wisdom, regardless of your gender. Yeah, reprogramming your soul, release, raise, reclaim, pulling back your soul fragments. Increase your frequency, higher conscious awareness. Yeah, look, this is this new moon in Pisces energy. Although this can resonate whenever, it's timeless. This really does feel in line with the energies that someone's consciousness is. Oh look, and the surrender just fell again. Release misaligned energies, retune your truth. So we've got stay confident in your truth and retune your truth. That's what someone's been doing when they've been reprogramming their soul. There's just a lot about truth there. That's good for the astrology. Oh, that's quite good that that's in the background too. What just fell here? You can do it. Remember your identity. Third party fell in reverse. So if a third party was an issue before, whenever the energy catches up with what I'm channeling, they won't be by the time this catches up. They might not be now, whoever's resonating with. There's always third party somewhere though. It's not always dramatic. It can be anyone that's just got a fucking issue. Right. But they won't stop the Holy Grail unions coming in. It's time to receive the gift. Of course, we've got High Priestess now. Expanding consciousness. So the High Priestess, the Divine Feminine, has been expanding the consciousness of their High Priest. After... God. Yeah, so look, there's that again. So it's like, because the Divine Feminines have known that the Divine Masculines have been, at some point on the journey, most of them hoodwinked by a karmic partner or false twin flame, whatever you want to call it. But now they're having a higher heart opening. A lot of stuff happened around the 11th of November portal. But yeah. It's time for a High Priest and High Priestess Holy Grail union. That's probably the thumbnail. Right, I'm going to leave this here because of... Wait a minute, they want me... Oh yeah, these are quite good. I quite like these for getting more of the story. The village seemed to be the one that's coming out loud. So what do we need to know? Whoever's going to resonate with this. Like I said, this isn't everyone's story, but... And especially me crying for like fucking 10-15 minutes of it, but it is what it is. Thanks for holding space for me. I feel better now. When I am myself, it gives you permission to be yourself. It's literally what I'm here to do as an Aries at the highest degree. So my job is done. You know, allow yourself to cry. It's not that bad. Let it out and then you see how much I've calmed down now. Oh my God. Of course, when I say that, I pull the eternal child. See what I mean? And like, I even recognise that. I'll notice it more when I'm watching it back. And look what's speaking out again, Star Children. That I am a very sensitive psychic adult. But I also, you know, I was a very psychic sensitive child. Which is, you know, like I would say, sensitive is a beautiful thing. But I could feel that when I was getting upset, that it's my inner child as well. You know, it is triggering memories of when my own grandma and granddad and nana and grandpa died, and they all died when I was really quite young, you know. Depends what you mean by young, but you know what I mean. My grandpa was only 13, my grandma was 15, and nana, I was just before my 30th. I think it was my 30th. It was my Saturday's turn was just fucking horrendous. There was loads of people loads of traumatic things happened. Yeah, and then my granddad was, like I said, I think I was about 18, 19. So be grateful and give your grandparents a hug if you have still got them around. Because that lovely woman that's just transitioned was the closest last thing I had to the grandmother energy. So that's why it's really sad, actually. It is, you know, I mean, it's always going to be sad, but it's really poignant that she was the last. I'm just sorry, I'm actually just sort of scanning to be like, is that true? But no, it is true. Or, you know, if there are siblings that are still alive of my, I'm not close to them, but I actually think she was the last. So yeah, hug your inner child. The empty room. I feel this is about what people were being guided to do in that Pisces new moon. Go on a bit of a vision quest, spend some time in the darkness, in the silence to find yourself. My room's now empty though, I collect too many books and stuff. The shaman. Yeah. Look, the shaman in the empty room. Healing the inner child. That is what I was doing, so maybe some of you were doing that. That's funny. But again, you know, it's, and this is what I mean by everything I say is God speaking through me, because I just said vision quest and then I pulled the shaman. And some people don't even know what a vision quest is, do you know what I mean? Oh dear. The Queen. It's quite funny because I was actually reflecting on when I've done, you know, things like that. When I've camped outside for 24 hours with no food and faced all my darkest fears through all the weathers. It is scary. Queen, divine feminine. Or it could be that mother energy coming in again. The orphan. Oh my god. Look, and look at all the snake imagery as well. There's a snake there. People have been really releasing a lot of abandonment, fears, abandonment wounds, healing in their child. They're just telling us all the different things that people have been doing. The mystic, again, very Pisces new moon energy, getting in touch with your inner mystic. You're listening to a modern mystic right now. Yeah, you're listening to a modern mystic and the shaman. That's funny. The mystic shaman. The one. Yeah, so that you can get in touch with the one. You're your one. And when you can get in touch with loving yourself like that, you're closer to attracting your physical one. When the masks are dropped, you've got to drop the mask. So it's like why they're saying to me, they wanted me to keep going with filming this and put it out. So what? I started crying. People cry. It's just most people do it behind the camera. You know what I mean? And I still, trust me, I do a lot of crying fucking off camera too. But I also do cry on lives when it arrives, or creeps up on me. Because it's a beautiful thing when you can see behind the strength. And I also feel, because I'm an Aries, you know, that's the annoying thing about being an Aries. Everybody sees how strong you are all the time. And even when you want them to see behind the mask, they don't tend to see behind the mask. So I cherish the people in my life that I'm able to just break down in front of bogies and tears and not caring. Which is actually, weirdly, although it's in public, that is all used too. But again, I'm behind the phone. But you know, I've done it when I'm on camera as well. Look, the prayer. They're just telling us all the Pisces energy. But yeah, you know, my best friend is who I do that with. A couple of my best friends actually, but there's my best friend in particular that and I suppose the goal is your best friend that's also your lover when it comes to twin flames. To be that for each other. That's what that's about. The love. Right, I'm done. Definitely yes. Fucking done. I'm not explaining that. That was funny. Yeah. So when your lover drops the mask, you can heal each other's inner child. Definitely yes. The answer to your question is a strong yes. Yep. But you don't get to know when that happens. That's very Pisces new moon as well. You don't get to know when somebody crosses your threshold. Well, you'll know when they're crossing it, but you won't get to look the offering. You don't get to know when someone comes forward. It just happens when they find their self. When the lover finds himself, they'll come and find you. Oh, that's nice. Right. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you're new, don't be put off by the huge feelings. But hey, I'm a passionate person and I ain't going to apologise for it. And yeah, exhausted is another feeling. Fatigued, drained and spent, that is another energy of the Pisces new moon. But yeah, this channel's all about that, love. That's actually, literally all these cards are so Pisces. Every single one of the cards. Because Pisces is unconditional love, kindness. It's also exhaustion. It's also confusion, illusion. It's mystery. And we just showed them the unseen. Intimate, passionate, committed. But look what's peeking out. Fatigued, drained and spent. So somebody's lover is fatigued, drained and spent. But their goal is to come forward. When they're ready, see you later.